Hi, my name is Kristin Woodson, Customer Success Manager with Dataset. In this video, we're going to discuss creating a dashboard with PowerQueries. This is the third video in our dashboard overview series. PowerQueries provide several commands for transforming and manipulating data. All PowerQueries start with a filter. In this one, I'm going to filter for fields that have a value for request and for page. And if I click on search in PowerQueries, my search will come right into my PowerQueries. Now what I want to do is do a group of two columns, one column that is a count of all lines and one that is the count of failures, and group by the page facet. I'm going to click search here. So we can see I get a table that lists the pages with a count of number of failures and failure percent, which is sorted in reverse order. We can now save this to a dashboard. And let's call this error rate by page. Whoop. And we're going to save this to our web traffic dashboard. From here, if I click on Go Dashboard, I can now see the error rate by page. PowerQueries, similarly to our breakdown graphs, are not included in the time series database, so they're rendered on the fly and they might take a little bit longer to load. PowerQueries can be used to generate other charts as well. In this example, we're going to generate a pie chart, which will result in a single text column and a single numeric column. We're going to continue on with our request and page search or filter, and we're grouping by page and we're sorting by count. Now I'm going to go to table and select pie. We're going to add our pie chart now to our dashboard, and let's give it a name. And again, we're going to go back to our web traffic. And if we go to the dashboard, we can now see our pie chart on our dashboard. So we're going to go back to our Power Queries, and with this Power Query, I'm going to group my error percent and divide it by the total count, giving you the error rate times 100. And I'm going to group this by time bucket. This divides my entire window of time into buckets. It provides an automatic value, which will give me 8 values for the time frame. From here, we're going to create a line graph. So I'm going to go to Table and select Line. And now I want to save this to my dashboard, so I'm going to go ahead and save this as error rate over time. And we'll continue on and saving it to our KW web traffic. Additionally, something to note with the time bucket is you can add in your time. So if I give the time frame a number, this is going to go in and divide that time frame into buckets. I'm going to round out my dashboard with a few big number requests. This first one, I'm going to click on my number here, and we're going to take a look at the requests per second. And I'm going to add in my filter. I want to group by count of the total of number of lines divided by a special function called query span. which is expressed in seconds. And this will calculate the requests per second over the time frame for this dashboard. So our next big numbers chart we're going to do is we want to show the error rate over time. So we're just going to do our error rate. And I'm going to set my filter here. And what I want to do is do a count of all lines where the status equals failure divided by the total count of all lines times 100 to get my error percent. I'm going to click OK here. Now what I'm going to do on my error rate big number, I can go in and edit the JSON, and I'm going to add in options. There we go. And you'll notice I'm putting a suffix with percent. In this way, I can see my error rate percentage on my dashboard. This concludes our creating a dashboard with PowerQueries video. Please join me in the next video working with tabs and dashboards.